Now to a Fox 23 investigation. In a little more than 6 weeks, the City of Tulsa is set to open Zink Lake and the recreational flume on the Arkansas River.
As we've told you, they're putting out information about water quality on a dashboard for everyone to see.
But as Tulsa's investigative reporter Jana Clark found out, that info may not be so readily available.
When it comes to what's in the Arkansas River, a group of Tulsans called the Arkansas River Rights Coalition is adamant about giving one piece of advice.
Do not get in that water.
If you have kids, a lot of us do, you understand that kids in bodies of water, they get it all over themselves. Even teenagers.
They do not think it's safe to kayak in the flume or get in Zink Lake.
I have a lot of concerns as a parent. It's not going to be safe. I am unpersuaded by the city's dashboards.
The city put out the dashboard at the beginning of the year. I've told you about daily reports of bacteria called E. coli. But what you can't find on the front screen, the results from chemical testing. You have to click around to get to that. Plus, I showed you in June how that info was 2 months old. When I asked the city about it, they updated the info the same day. I just checked and it's out of date again. The last time they updated it was May 30th. So that means this time the data is more than 6 weeks old. So far, the chemical testing results they have posted have been favorable. But engineer Charles Pratt's been researching this topic for years and says the chemical testing the city's doing isn't complex enough to find out what chemicals are actually in the water.
Over the years, it's been heavily documented that that's an impaired waterway. And I have a lot of concerns with regards to the chemicals that are being referenced in there. You know, I'd like to be very positive and hope that one day they'll get in there and clean that river out like it needs to be cleaned and give it a chance at running like it should. But we've kind of put the cart before the horse.
The reason this group is so concerned about chemicals is because of this Sinclair refinery that sits on the west side of the river. You can see how close it is to Zink Lake, and the flume is right here. The Department of Environmental Quality says under the refinery is historical contamination. The refinery says it's working closely with DEQ to work on cleanup. For example, they put in this containment cap to keep pollutants from seeping into the river. It's the second one in 2 years.
How do we know that what they've done already with the containment caps is going to be good enough to prevent another spill or leakage?
Some Tulsans have doubts that people can make sense of the test results on the dashboard.
Don't think it's appropriate to ask members of the public like myself to bear the burden of the mental load it takes to try to understand the risks we're taking based on data from a dashboard. It's just too much.
The city says when it comes to water testing and the dashboard that you can find on your phone, they're making improvements to all of it. They said it's a work in progress. And when it comes to the river, they said if at any point they see that it's dangerous, there will be signs posted saying that. On the Arkansas River, covering news that matters, Jana Clark, Fox 23 News.
Jana reached out to the city today to ask them about the dashboard information being out of date. The city said they're still manually updating those results and working to figure out how to automate the process. They said they will work to update the dashboard as soon as possible.
Do you have a tip or issue that you think Jana Clark should investigate? Let us know. Email Fox23 Investigates at fox23.com or call 918-388-5354 or search Fox 23 Jana Clark on Facebook.